On this episode, we're in my kitchen, and is CrossFit gonna bulk me up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Shape Up. My name's Matt Dawkins. I own CrossFit Sacred Pine, and all we're trying to do is close the gap for what we do know and what we don't know about CrossFit and health and all things underneath that umbrella. So we start every episode with our definition of CrossFit, and we want to make it clear that we love that CrossFit is this perfect collision between fitness, functional fitness, and a social life. That every time you show up, you're gonna get to hang out with your best friends, get a good workout in, movements that mimic everyday life like we do. We focus on movements, not muscles. And over the course of time, the thing that keeps you coming back, you'll do anything written on that whiteboard as long as you're doing it with the community that you've come to know and love. So here we are, we're in my kitchen. Let me give you a quick tour. I do have my coffee. I do love some coffee. I got pumpkin spice. I don't do this as much, but I have it. I got my Folgers back there, light roast. That's how I roll. And I'm into bagels right now, so we're keeping it real, right? I've got my Thomas Everything bagels. We also have some bananas out here, some potatoes, some apples and cuties. You see what's in my fridge. We're going there, man. I'm telling you. You got yogurt, we got milk, we got some leftovers, some fruit. Let me go ahead and go there. Pumpkin spice creamer. Not every time, but in all seriousness, most of the time. I love some creamer. We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about our number one rule, and we're going to talk about 3 pro tips. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a registered dietitian. We have a nutritional health coach at CrossFit Sacred Pine. Her name's Kim Paul, and she's awesome. She'd love to talk to you more about this. I'm just going to give you the 101 here, and we're going to move on with our day. So, talking about nutrition, right? We would all do well to start every time we pick something up to put it in our mouth, recognize that food is fuel. Not only does our body use food to fuel us and give us energy, it also is what our body uses to recover from the work that we do. And because we're gladiators in CrossFit clothes, we are in constant need of recovery. Food is going to go a long way to help us do that, right? Food is also going to help us regulate hormones in our body, right? Food is going to be one of our primary proponents to reversing and hedging our bet against chronic disease. Food is fuel, and we love food, but let's look to see where we can continue taking steps in when it comes to nutrition. So the number one thing we tell every person that comes to our box, day one, is this. In fact, we don't even encourage people to make any changes yet. We just say, do not reward yourself with bad food. Don't reward yourself with bad food. You're going to come in and you're going to be putting in more work, and you're going to feel like you deserve that food. And you know what? You do deserve it. More than that, you deserve to get results for the hard work that you're putting in. So that's our rule number 1. Don't reward yourself with bad food. 3 quick pro tips, and then we're going to talk about how to bulk with CrossFit. Number 1 pro tip, the hardest thing you'll ever do will be at the grocery store. Do yourself a favor and set yourself up for success when you go to the grocery store. If you can be strong for 30 or 45 minutes and buy good food, good, colorful, real food, do yourself that favor, and then when you get home, you're not as tempted, right? That's tip number 1, right? Some of us have families, and our families aren't quite on board with what we're doing, so tip number 2 is going to go a long way for you, and that is put the healthy food where it's easy to get to, and put the bad for you food a little bit further up in the pantry, or maybe a little bit further back in the fridge, right? So that when you get home and you're going to get whatever the first thing you get your hands on, you're going to grab, make sure that it's something that's going to be good for you, right? And tip number 3 is take a look at your day, find the holes, and fill them with good quality food, right? If you're not a breakfast person, then take a good look in the mirror when you wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what, I'm not who I was, and I'm changing my habits so that I can get the results that I want to get, right? Become somebody who's willing to eat breakfast, right? It doesn't have to be this massive breakfast that you cooked, but eat something good and quality, right? Food, you can do this 1 step at a time. We say 1% better every day. So what about if I'm scared about bulking, right? If I'm CrossFitting and I'm lifting heavy weights, is it going to put weird neck muscles on me, or is it going to turn me into this absolute beast? Remember this, 80% of the battle's in the kitchen. If you're eating clean and moving well, then when you look at that heavy barbell, recognize it's only for intensity. It's not going to bulk you up. In fact, if you're a woman asking this question, just know you got to work 4 times as hard as a man to get the same results. The last thing you need to worry about is bulking up, unless you're going home and eating Snickers bars and ice cream every night, right? Do yourself a favor, right? Follow the number 1 rule. Don't reward yourself with bad food. The 3 pro tips, right? Work hard at the grocery store. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Put the healthy foods where you can get to them. Hey, my family saw them. Hey, everybody. Say hey. Wow, it's so bright. Let's see if we can get them. Told you. Just got home. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. That's Carl and Camille. And there's Priscilla, my daughter. And there's Alicia. We're talking about nutrition. And there's Benaiah, my boy. Yeah. All right. There you go. Go forth, be well. Eat well. Food is fuel. We'll see you in the box.